The following is a presentation of the Hello Chicago Network.
Hello, Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan Dennis. Shout out to this time to focus for this Tuesday, August the 18th. Hope everyone's had a good week so far. Trade deadline. We talked about that yesterday. Now the rest of the week, we're going to cover post-trade deadline for both of these teams. Let's first get into the Chicago White Sox. Let's take a look and see how the week that was in their there we go. And our well, this is the Cubs one. Let's get the remove that one. There we go. Now we got the Sox. There we go. So this is the week post, of course. Like we continue to tell you, we'll be caught up in a few weeks when we start a premiere week for Hello Chicago Network. But until then, we're just kind of going with the flow. This is the week after the trade deadline. The trade deadline was Monday, August 3rd. White Sox were in Boston. They get swept by the Red Sox. Red Sox, at this point, the Red Sox have cooled off a little bit the week after. But this week, nothing could go wrong for them. And especially the first game was Durbin had the big home run, the grand slam that really took the White Sox out of it. Then in the finale was the extra inning game. White Sox tried to get back in it, try to win that game. Unfortunately, they could not. And the Red Sox complete the sweep. The Sox lose all 6 to the Red Sox. Then they welcome in the Guardians for battle for the National League division, or should be American League Central, and they take 2 out of 3. So they've had their way with the Cleveland Guardians. They've played well. They've looked great against them. Another nice series win. If you look in the right-hand corner, what a stretch there in the American League Central. And we went from just focusing on 2 teams to the team we were focusing on now and currently in 4th place. The only team in the American League Central not in this is the Kansas City Royals. Sox have a 3.5 game lead over the Tigers, who are making a push. They did this a few years ago too. They sold and then made the playoffs. So they're 3.5 out. Twins 4 out. And then the Guardians also 4 out. This week, 3 at the Wrigley. That series game 2 tonight. We're going to have a recap of that next week. So we're going to be catching you up as best we can. And then the Braves will be, and then home for the Braves, the makeup game on the 20th before facing the Mets. So, I mean, that series against the Cubs going to be big. I mean, they have both Chicago teams. I don't think they've met this late in the season before. And they have both teams in playoff spots. Is going to be a fun magic. Brandon, Anthony, and I, of course, from Raise the Bar TV and the crossover, they'll be. We're going to the bleachers. Anthony and I got it for Brandon's birthday. So Cubs White Sox bleachers tomorrow afternoon before we head on our road trip Thursday, which has been a very crazy month of August. Then the makeup game, and then you face a good Braves team, and then the Mets, a struggling team. And next week we'll recap the Reds series, and then at the Tigers, which is going to be a big series which came up last week. So the Tigers are hot. White Sox will try to pour some cold water. 7 games remaining with the Tigers, and 3 of those coming up next weekend. So that is the White Sox, your first place Chicago White Sox. As what are the odds we could try to get the Cubs and White Sox both in the playoffs in the same season? Comment below your thoughts on this White Sox team and your thoughts on their post-trade deadline moves. They got Doyle. I like Luis Castillo pitched in that stretch as well in Boston. And we'll see. We'll see what this South Side team, but right now they are in first place, and you got to try to cool off. Like, you see those teams that get hot in August, and the Tigers are one of them right now. So hopefully the White Sox can cool them down. So comment below, like the video, subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Every Monday through Thursday, we're focusing on Chicago sports. And don't forget, not next week, but in 2 weeks, the series finale. Oh, it's not the season finale. I keep saying series. Season finale will be September 3rd, and Yanni will join me, the guy that's tried to take over my show, the guy that showed up on Fan Focus Live. So that's all coming up in 2 weeks. The week leading up to that, Monday through Wednesday, I'm going to kind of give you a history lesson on all the bullshit that he has caused me. Then he will join me on Thursday, September 3rd, and then September 7th. Labor Day, we are back, and we are focusing on what should be a very exciting month of September for Chicago sports. So we'll get Yanni out of the way, and then we'll get back to the normal stuff. So, and then tomorrow we'll be focusing on the Cubs. Thursday we're going to Bears training camp. Final Bears focus before of season 2. And we were going to do a preseason. We are going to the preseason game. Of course, their first preseason game was over the weekend. This weekend, we're actually going to it in Cincinnati. So excited for that. But we'll talk about it maybe in season 2 in this season, talking about the season preview. Okay, that'll do it for us. I'm Ryan Yanishadis. Don't forget, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I'm Ryan Yanishadis from the Hello Chicago Network. We're the focus of Chicago sports.